Welcome back to another podcast review. Now, I was sent this podcast in my Dry January WhatsApp group, and I was very interested by the title, which was Rebrand Yourself in 2025. And it was with Roxie Nafousi, and it was on Grace's podcast. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a review on this podcast. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to share my top highlights with you, and let me know if you've watched it, because I'm in the business of rebranding, so I was really curious about what was being said. So eager to check out, Grace had Roxie on her podcast for the second time to discuss manifesting and taking on a rebrand for 2025. And I really loved hearing someone else's perspective on a rebrand. So one of the things that I really resonated with is I see at this time of year, everyone is dismissing New Year's resolutions and saying that they're ineffective. Yet for some, they really do work. And Roxie was highlighting that there's a sense of energy that many people share during this sort of end of year into the new year that, do you know what? It's the one time of the year where lots of people are off at the same time. There's not always this need or necessity to reply to emails that there would be if you're having your summer holidays. I'm back. I've got to get straight back into the swing of things. It's not like that. And I really share the same essence of this. I feel it's a real refresh and, do you know what? Let's get back into something. And for some people, New Year's resolutions start really well. I really resonated with that as well. It's a reminder for me that not everyone fails after 4 days, and some people really do thrive in this space. And I feel the good energy of starting something fresh as well. As someone who spent the last 20 years in the fashion industry, styling others, I found it so powerful when Grace and Roxie were talking about styling yourself for who you want to be. So everything from editing your wardrobe to reflect who you are now is an essential part of your rebrand. And a closet clear out, I did that all at the end of 2024, is the ultimate mind detox. Having spent years with clients, detoxing their clients, helping them improve their image, I can see how much confidence this brings to a rebrand. You just stand differently, or you sit differently, and you walk into a room and you feel more comfortable and more confident. So I definitely resonated with that point and think if there's one thing that you're going to do at the start of the year to feel more confident with your rebrand, it's how do you want to show up in what you're wearing. I also loved when Grace mentioned an inspo folder, and I've created many folders on Instagram and I love it for things like fitness, for food recipes, even though I'm probably never going to cook them. But there's a thing that I'm thinking when we're shifting away from negative habits to more positive ones, having a reminder is a great reality check of why we want to do it. So one of the things I did after listening to the podcast was for Dry January, I created a folder all about the negative impacts that alcohol can have on you. So when I'm tempted to open that bottle of rosé on the weekend, I can nip back and have a little look at my saved folder and go, why am I doing this? Here are my reminders. So I absolutely love that tip. And this inspo folder can be applied to various. It could be the body you want. It could be makeup tutorials. It could be hair ideas. It could even be tips for starting your business if that's something that you want to do. The possibilities are endless. So I love that idea. Even with the style piece, you could have a style ideas on how to wear different things. Save them all in your inspo folder. And I think the last point that really resonated with me was all about balance. So Roxie talked about the toxic way balance is often portrayed on social media and how people always expect it to be 50-50. And sometimes it can be 80-20. If you're working on a project at the time, it might require a little bit more effort. The 50-50 doesn't exist. And I really agree with this, that it's okay knowing that the balance of 80-20 or 70-30 or whatever it is isn't permanent. And it's about what works for you at the moment and then adjusting that at the time. I'd love to know your thoughts. Are you enjoying these reviews of these podcasts? Does it help you give a little couple of minutes overview? Give it a thumbs up if you've liked this, and I'll create some more. Until next time, bye for now.